Hey there, it's Sean here from thedifferentdesign.com, here to teach you the tools architects use and when to use them. I'm going to give you a rundown on the fundamentals of 3D modeling with Autodesk Forma. It's possible to import any model into Forma, but modeling directly can make our analysis more powerful, as it allows us to make rapid changes and iterations to our proposals based on our analysis results. Let's jump in and take a look. Forma comes with a collection of basic modeling tools that allow us to create massing models as simple or as detailed as we like. Let's examine some of the building tools first. The line building tool creates a massing form that follows a line. Select it and simply draw a series of joined lines, clicking until you're happy with your outcome and press escape to finish. You can adjust the settings of the line building in the panel on the right. We can then edit the height and number of floors, specify a type of function, or even edit the floor plan footprint in more detail. The house tool lets us create massing forms with pitched roofs. This works in a similar way to the line building tool. We can customize the settings of how house masses are produced by either editing the default template or creating a new template. In these settings, you can control the number of stories, the height, the pitch of the roof, the parcel of land they occupy, and more. The basic building tool lets us draw the footprint of our building mass. Using the pen tool, we can draw a base shape. Once complete, we can specify a height for our building. By default, the basic building tool will add levels and floors to our building. We can specify the number of levels and the floor-to-floor heights. Let's create 2 extra basic buildings to fill our site. Now, we can create more sculptural forms with the 3D Sketch tool. Modeling with the 3D Sketch tool is a bit like modeling in SketchUp by creating organic forms with sticky extrusions on geometry faces. Let's create a new proposal to experiment with this tool. Let's start by trying to create a form with a void. First, let's draw a base surface. Let's select this corner point and adjust the base footprint. Now, let's select the base surface and extrude up. Next, let's select the top face, right-click and select Offset Face. Let's select the offset face and select the extrude tool and then extrude down through the void. Let's also sculpt the forms a little by selecting these two edges and moving the form downwards. Next, let's create a building with a sawtooth roof. Let's draw another base surface and select its corner points and adjust the base footprint. Select the face and extrude up. Next, let's draw a datum line for the sawtooth on the side of the facade. Now, let's sketch some approximate sawtooth lines along the top of this line. Holding down Shift, let's select the sawtooth void area. Now, let's select Extrude and extrude backwards to create our void. We could also select the base curve and angle the front facade. We can select the front facade face and move it back into our site boundary. Lastly, let's experiment and create an organically curved set of twin towers. Let's begin with another base rectangle and extrude up to around 30 meters. Now let's use the fillet tool and fillet the edges by 6 meters, one by one. Next, let's select the top face, right-click and select Offset Face. Then, let's draw a dividing line between the offset face midpoint. Next, we want to create a curved spline that will represent the base form of our tower. Let's move away to a blank ground plane and draw a gentle spline curve. We now want to use the Rotate tool to rotate the spline curve to an upright position. You can move and adjust the rotation widget by clicking and dragging over the transparent circles. They will snap to other objects in Forma. To rotate, I recommend aligning the axis to a right-angled geometry in your proposal, then moving the rotation anchors to the location you want to rotate from. You can then specify a discrete angle of 90 degrees to rotate the spline upright. You can then perform a second rotation on the ground plane at 90 degrees. Let's move the spline to the center of the first base. Right-click on the spline and select Copy. Move the spline to the second base center. Right-click and select Paste in Place to create a duplicate of the spline. Let's now scale the nearest spline down. Select it, right click, and select Scale. Scale it by 60%. Let's also rotate the spline by 180 degrees. Next, let's use the Sweep tool to create a tower extrusion that follows this spline. Pay attention to the tips at the bottom. Let's select the base plane first. Then let's select the spline above it. Then let's click the tick button to accept our sweep. If it's successful, let's repeat it for the other side. We can also add floors to these 3D sketches by selecting everything in 3D Sketch and clicking Add Floors. We can also customize the number of floors and floor heights. We can also add tree vegetation to our site. We can do this with the Tree Line tool. And also with the Tree Area tool. We can also add roads and railways to our site. If you want to learn more about Autodesk Forma, we've made all our site analysis videos available for free to all members with a free account on thedifferentdesign.com. To access these, just head over to thedifferentdesign.com and create a free account today.